I believe we stay in the great state of Texas, and I believe we also stay with the surname of Brown, a much different body frame, much different position, but one Mike Brown.
Well, for those who know, again, we're staying right in the Houston area. Like I said, there's a lot of talent in Texas, but when it comes to talent across the board, Houston may very well take the cake. Mike Brown is a name that we haven't mentioned a lot, but we've probably heard his counterpart. We've talked a lot about his quarterback out at Legacy Sports Insight, Keyshawn Henderson. Is his go-to guy. Mike Brown was on full display at Austin during the Elite 11 regionals, just completely showing out. I mean, it doesn't hurt when you have Keyshawn Henderson as your partner in crime throwing to you. But it was kind of interesting to see. We were hoping to have him on the show today, but he is actually watching his brother out in Tulane for his pro day. So again, that dynamic football DNA runs in their veins in the Brown family. But again, like I said, we're watching his film here. He just made another strong case of just what an elite route runner he is. He's a magician when it comes to creating separation. I know that when I talk about that separation, that closing speed, I'm usually referring to a cornerback, a DB, but man, when it comes to a wide receiver, this kid really just is a magician when he learns, when he gets off that backfield, is able to create that separation, man, it's just something to special to watch. And then again, Kennedy Brown alluded to it about just having that football IQ. And, aside from his elite football skills, Mike Brown is another kid out of Houston that just has that dynamic football IQ. And as you can see here, Mike Elko has inked. It was kind of interesting to see where he was going to go. It was very kind of quiet whispers. We didn't think that we were going to be seeing a recruitment, much less his recruitment kind of shut down. But like they say, when you know, you know. And the Aggies have really been turning it up down there in College Station, back-to-back weekends, dynamic visitors. And even though he was in Austin, made the announcement that he was going to be the next legacy. He was going to live on the legacy out in College Station. So again, 4-star elite, top country in the country as far as the wide receiver goes. When you look at his rankings, so I think he should be a lot higher up. So that's why I say they're just numbers. But again, he does live up to the billing and more. Of course, Texas, Oklahoma, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, and a slew of others were, trying to make this move. But again, he decided to shut it down. And he's like I said, number 46 wide receiver, roughly about like 6'1", 180 pound, and he becomes the number 8 commit to join Mike Elko's 2026 class. It's well making up the ranks. But again, elite wide receiver was showing up and showing out with his go-to guy, Keyshawn Henderson, all weekend long at the Austin Regional. But unfortunately, he's not going to be a Longhorn or a Duck. He's going to be a Texas A&M Aggie. So congratulations to Mike, and hopefully we'll have him down the road to talk a little bit more about his commitment and just where he sees his place as a strong wideout room that's really building in College Station.
And as you mentioned, based on that offer list, don't be surprised, people, if that ranking just shoots up the charts. This is a guy that runs a sub 11 100 meter at 10.91. Leanne alluded to his family ties, meaning brother Reggie plays tight end at Tulane, and his dad was a first-round pick for the Detroit Lions back in the day, 1996, Reggie Brown. So the genes are good, the DNA is good, and Mike Brown playing most likely for Mike Elko and Texas A&M starting in 2026 if that commit holds.